Hello and welcome to Faking Engineering, the show where we learn and utilize engineering concepts with limited prior knowledge or experience. I'm your host, Michael Kruger. On today's show, I'll be cleaning both a DSLR camera sensor as well as a zooming camera lens. Both of these were given to my fiancée by a friend, and they were already really dirty when she received them. Also, when she received them, there were no camera body or lens covers to be found, so I have no idea how long they've been stored improperly. Some of you may think that cleaning isn't really engineering, but I assure you from my line of work that operations and maintenance is an integral part of the engineering process. You need to know how to maintain something, not just how to build it. As always, any good project starts with really good research, and in the case of a maintenance project, that usually starts with the user manual. Unfortunately, the user manuals that I was able to find for both the lens and the camera body didn't have really any good usable maintenance or cleaning info. What I was able to do, however, was go to Google, and there is a wealth of great information on here, guys. There's a lot to sort through, but let me distill a few key points that I found. First of all, don't use compressed air. Whatever you do, either use your mouth to suck dust off of the surfaces, or go get yourself a manual air pump like this. I personally recommend one with a filtered bottom, especially if you're going to be doing any sensor cleaning. Second, as long as you store your equipment properly, you shouldn't really have to clean it that aggressively that often. Just a microfiber cloth for the exposed surfaces is usually sufficient. Third, alcohol can be used to clean most lenses, but there are some that actually react really negatively with it, so if you're not sure, just go ahead and get sensor cleaning solution. Now, the lens cleaning is simple enough once you understand how to gain access to the body screws, but to better understand what we need to clean on the DSLR camera, it's a good idea to understand how it works, and I'll leave that to the slow-mo guys.
Now you're looking at the mirror, which is in front of the shutter. When I press down the button, the mirror flips up out of the way and temporarily blocks the viewfinder. Then the shutter comes down, whoosh, now light is exposing on the sensor, and then the shutter closes again, followed by the mirror coming back down so you can see through the viewfinder again.
So, as you can see, the camera's sensor is normally inaccessible behind both the mirror and the shutter. To gain access, we'll need to put the camera into manual cleaning mode, which will hold both of these items up. Now, this does use up a lot of power, so it's strongly recommended that you fully charge your battery first. Finally, for cleaning the sensor, you're going to need a material that doesn't leave behind any residue. I highly recommend buying specialized swabs. These swabs are specially made just for cleaning camera sensors, and before you buy them, make sure that you go and check what size you need. Most companies have charts that will explain the different models, but the sizing seems to be industry standard from what I can find. I did go to the camera shop to pick up the solution and swabs, but it turned out that buying a kit was more cost effective than buying the items separately. The kit that I got includes solution, sterile disposable sensor swabs, a single-use wet wipe for lenses and things like that, and disposable microfiber cloths that are meant to be used with the solution. Alright, I'm going to be wearing nitrile gloves through the entire deconstruction, cleaning, and reconstruction process. I don't want to get my finger oils on any optical surfaces. You're going to need a precision screwdriver set. Starting with the lens, we need to first remove this outer ring. Now, there's a tiny, tiny dimple. You may or may not be able to see it. You'll want to be very careful as there is adhesive on the back of this ring. Now, before you remove the lens, you want to first mark it with an expo marker as well as the body so that you know where to line it up. And as you can see, the backside of this lens is dirty as well. This one isn't nearly as dirty, but we still might remove the back to clean that a little better. Whatever you do, do not be like me. Do not wipe off your alignment marking. I was eventually able to get the lens set back correctly, but it was a giant pain in the I had to look very carefully for tiny machine marks left by the screws previously. Be extra careful whenever you pull this off. In fact, don't even remove it if it's not dirty on yours. Alright, next up, cleaning the camera. Before I clean the camera sensor, I'm going to clean the mirror in front. To do that, I'm going to use one of the pads and some of the solution. Next, I'll need to turn the camera on. Then, I'll want to go to the menu. At least on the Canon, one of the rightmost menus near the bottom, you'll find Clean Manually. Click that, OK, and that will open up the shutter. Take your clean disposable swab, wet it generously. 3 or 4 drops of water should do, not water solution. Starting on one end in the very corner, put the swab down, drag across, turn it, and then bring it back the other way and lift straight up. All right, it's perfectly clean. Air it out a bit. And turn the camera off to shut. That's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you all had fun. I hope you learned something. I know I did. Please like, subscribe, come back for the next one. These videos are gonna be more than just maintaining and cleaning stuff. I'm gonna be making some really cool things from the ground up. I'm gonna be using AutoCAD software. I'm getting a 3D printer. I already have plans to make something that involves music and fire. I think that you'll really enjoy these projects. So please stay subscribed to the channel, come back, and I hope you'll have a great one.